us get now into our leg slide series. For that, we need to lay down. Either spine articulate down or get to your side to roll on your back. And make sure you have your entire body on your mat. So you fully have your legs on the mat, not halfway out, because we're going to be sliding our legs. So from here, I need you to again have your legs well together and connect to the floor. So I need you to find your arm frame by reconnecting your body setup into the floor. From there, we're going to go into our external and internal rotation. So your legs are long and we're going to go into a Pilates stance. So we have our military stance. We slide our right leg on the floor, flat on the floor with that foot. Don't lift the heel. Twist it over to the ceiling. Bring it past the ceiling inside and slide it internally along the left leg back to Pilates stance. Again, externally going out, back into the middle, across the center, all the way back in. Now, let us reverse that. We're going in. The foot is flat on the floor. We pass the midline, out to the side, and sliding down. We go back internally along the left leg, back to center, coming in as close as you can to your ischiums, to your tailbone, out to the side, keeping your opposite hip as quiet as you can. Find your Pilates stance again. Let's go to the other side. Twist your leg out to externally rotate it. Slide your foot on the floor. Bring it across the midline, across to internally past that midline to slide the foot back down. One more time, making sure that that right side, this is where your glass of champagne is now sitting, does not move. One more time, but we're going to go internally first. Internally rotate, keeping that foot flat, keeping your opposite hip still, sliding down. And last one, inhale in. Exhale, pass through the midline and return all the way in with your abdominals pulled in and up the entire time. Because of the hip being tight, often when we start opening, if you look at my back, when I open, often people lose their belly work because they're trying to open more by arching their back. So make sure, if we look closely at my pelvis again, when I am turning that leg, I have to work in my belly for this not to be pulled out of alignment. So my pubic bone and my lower abdominals have to pull me in and up the entire time as I am doing that mobilization work in my hip. So our external and internal rotation is all about really precisely, in a very isolated way, work the mobility of our hip. For our now leg slides, but doing the single leg, we need to have our legs parallel again, and you flex your feet. You find your arm frame again and you connect to the floor with your belly in and up. Powerhouse is activated. We're pointing our right leg to aim for the floor. That leg is sliding on the floor. I flex my foot again and I'm pushing it away. I point my foot to drag my arch up and in towards my tailbone. I put the energy out of my heel, keeping my belly in and up, pressing away. Let's switch. I aim for the floor, pulling in. I flex my body away. I aim to pull my arches up with the help of my foot, and I press it away. You can do the same thing now with both legs, pulling in, getting that very deep connection in the belly, and sliding away. If you wear socks, that will glide better. Or if your feet would be on the floor, we would not get stuck here on the mat. And press away. Let's do this one more time. As I'm pulling my feet, I am keeping my core engaged. I'm using my arms to support me, and then energy out of my heels, pushing away, trying to keep my box as square and as stable as possible. Now we're going into our hip spiral, and we're going to keep our arms a little further out to the sides. Hands are flat, palms of the hands are connected to the floor, and again, control that belly in and up. Let's slide our foot on the floor to bring it as close to your sit bone as possible. Rotate and spiral your body around. Return with your pelvis down and slide it back. Let's alternate. Let's go to the other side and pulling it in. Rotate around, stretching that lower back. Returning back to center and slide it down. Make sure that your arms are your supportive work in this exercise, and let your hip and your foot come off the ground, but not your shoulder. Keep your shoulder in the grounds. And back to center, sliding on the floor. One more time. Your legs are parallel. You coming over to the side, keeping your opposite shoulder on the floor, and you return. You can add in this exercise, if you wish, the head twist to get a full spiral, a full release in the back, all the way up to your skull. So we're doing it once more just for you to see the spiral. When my knee starts to twist, my head turns to the opposite direction and my shoulders stay outward spiraled, which means outwards, backwards, and downwards. And I return to center. Again, sliding in, spiraling over, turning my head, keeping my arms glued, returning back to center, and down to the floor. To this spiral, I will add my leg extension. So I'm going to slide my leg back in. I'm going to spiral it around, turn my head, and I'm going to let my leg extend to the floor if this is possible. I'm going to bend it back in and slide it down. Slide the other leg in. Shoulders are wide on the floor. Clavicles are open. And I'm extending my leg, stretching all of those muscles behind my knee, getting to the floor, back to center, and I return once more, going in. Belly button stays in and up. I am using my arms to help me. I am unfolding my leg to get to the floor, allowing all of these muscles on the sides and my TFL band to stretch. Back to center and to the floor. Let's do it one last time. Going in. Keep spiraling your head and your knee. Extending, lengthening, reaching the energy out of your head all the way out of your foot in oppositions, back to center, rotating back and sliding that foot down. So your whole leg slide series is going to teach your very lower belly to be absolutely supportive of the leverage coming in and out. The further out the leg goes, the harder it's going to be for your lower belly to pull it back in. And remember that what I want you to feel in this exercise and learn is that it is not your lower back, like you saw, that is pulling your leg back in, which most of us are doing, but it is really our lower belly doing so. That whenever we are doing sports or any activities with our legs, we have trained and patterned our belly to be supportive of that and not our lower back, so that we don't face a day of hiking or a run with lower back pain, because our belly did the work and not because our lower back compensated for the lack of strength in our lower belly. And at the same time, all this sliding exercise is teaching you to be earthy, to use the grounds, to use the basis of support, staying connected in a close chain environment, meaning I have contact to feel my muscles, and I'm making my hips more mobile, more flexible, in a very isolated and precise, controlled way, with my mind being in charge.